What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. This your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so, man, we got Katt Williams. Man, you know, y'all, you know how Katt is, bro. Y'all know how Katt is. Katt don't hold his tongue back. When they say the cat is out the hat, they should have put a picture of him in the dictionary beside that phrase. Or whatever dictionary, whatever the phrase is at. But anyway, you guys, Katt Williams is revealing that Diddy, it said Jermaine Dupri, he groomed up Criss Cross. You know the group, the little young boys, Mac Daddy and Daddy Mac. R.I.P. to, I think, Mac Daddy or Daddy. One of them passed away a couple of years ago. R.I.P. to him and his family, though. And his supporters. But, man, it said Jermaine Dupri been grooming these little boys up, man. Katt Williams letting the cat out the hat. Now, I know I have the spicy. But this time, Katt got the spicy.
You if JD ain't had enough. Yeah.
Whoa.
Jermaine Dupri, king of the house, if you ask me, baby.
I mean, like, around the neighborhood, we would dance and sing a little bit, but I mean, we really got into it a lot when we met Jermaine Dupri, our producer.
The rabbit hole of disturbing Diddy allegations is getting crazier by the day, and reports just surfaced that Katt Williams discovered Diddy and Jermaine Dupri were both allegedly grooming and violating young male artists, including Criss Cross. One of the Criss Cross members, Chris Mac Daddy Kelly, died of an OD in 2013, and rumors are going around that his substance addiction was triggered by some trauma he went through as a child star. We all know that stories like this one are not rare in Hollywood, and many child stars fell into addiction after being preyed on and traumatized. Think Orlando Brown, Jeanette McCurdy, Corey Feldman, Amanda Bynes, and many, many others. Now, these rumors about Jermaine Dupri doing something inappropriate to Criss Cross are not exactly new. However, a video recently resurfaced where Katt Williams called out both Diddy and Jermaine, and now fans are saying the entire entertainment industry is built on grooming, abuse, and trafficking. But what exactly did Katt say about Jermaine Dupri and Diddy? And did Criss Cross Mac Daddy really OD because of the trauma he went through? Let's get into it.
I'm gonna tell you like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good.
So, to give you some context, Criss Cross became a mega successful hip-hop duo when they were only 12 and 13. Chris Mac Daddy Kelly and Chris Daddy Mac Smith were discovered by Jermaine Dupri in 1991, and just 1 year later, they exploded onto the scene with their massive hit, Jump. The song was literally everywhere, ruling the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 weeks straight, and went double platinum as a single. Criss Cross went on to release 3 studio albums, all of which were produced by Jermaine Dupri and achieved massive commercial success. Their first album, Totally Crossed Out, reached multi-platinum status, while their second and third were certified platinum and gold, respectively. There's no doubt that Jermaine Dupri had an ear and eye for talent, because thanks to him, Criss Cross became the most successful and youngest musical act of the early 90s. However, there's another side to this story, and after Chris Mac Daddy Kelly died from an OD in 2013, disturbing rumors started circulating that the boys were groomed and possibly violated during their early days of their career. On April 29, 2013, Chris was found unconscious in his Atlanta home and taken to the hospital. He sadly passed away 2 days later at age 34, and his family confirmed to the police that Chris had an extensive history of drug abuse. The following day, Jermaine Dupri shared a letter to fans and said Chris Kelly was like a son that he never had. To the world, Chris Kelly was Mac Daddy, but to me, he was the son I never had, Jermaine said. When I think about it, I spend more time with Chris and Chris than damn near anybody in my whole life, so you can imagine how bad this hurts. However, when Jermaine appeared on Vlad TV in 2018, fans thought his reaction to Vlad's question about Chris's death was strange. He didn't know exactly how old Chris was when he died, and he also got really fidgety when asked if he kept in touch with Chris.
And then one of the members passes.
No,
not right after, but years later.
Yeah. So to me now, I'm no FBI agent, but to me, when somebody asks him a question, like the question he was asked right here, and he get fidgety, that's a clear sign of some type of discomfort. You know, this is alleged news, but that shows discomfort, bro. That shows discomfort to me, you know.
He passes at a relatively young age. Was it 30-something?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see that coming at all? Were you guys still in contact?
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't see that coming. We was in. I mean, we had just did the 20th anniversary, so it was like we had just started, you know, having much more dialogue about them going on tour and doing other things. after the 20th anniversary.
Of course, this doesn't mean that Jermaine did something to Kris. However, the rumors simply refused to go away. Fans started going through old interviews of Criss Cross from the early 90s and pointed out that in their first media appearances, when Criss Cross first blew up, Chris Kelly seemed very outgoing, friendly, and full of smiles. However, a few years later, he seemed broken and sad in almost every interview.
Are still our friends, then the other half of our schoolmates are jealous, and then you have some of your schoolmates that are looking up to you saying that they want to be like you, and they're gonna start their own group and stuff like that. And will you help me out?
One fan commented, "Those boys were terrified and traumatized. I see past the surface."
They was.
And another person wrote, "They look so
Terrified,
lost and traumatized, I can imagine what they had to go through as far as being in the industry." The rumors about Jermaine either doing something to Criss Cross or allowing others in the industry to do it continued to circulate for years after Chris Kelly's death. And at one point, Jermaine addressed these allegations and clapped back at a fan who commented on a since-deleted IG post saying, "Yeah, 17 years ago you were Criss Cross, even had a lawsuit which they won, but it was kept from the public." However, Jermaine quickly fired back, "You must be out of your effing mind. I should sue you for writing this disrespectful on my page. F out of here." Now, none of this is actual proof that Jermaine did anything to the Criss Cross boys. After all, this is a typical rumor whenever you have a young artist being mentored by someone much older and powerful in the industry. However, this specific rumor has persisted, and part of the reason is because Katt Williams came forward and publicly called Jermaine the P word. In fact, he called him the king of P's. Back in 2011, a video popped up showing Katt freestyling, and Katt came for everyone, including Diddy, Jermaine, and Steve Harvey.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of the if you ask me, baby.
Now, you'll agree that what Katt called Jermaine is probably the worst thing that you can call someone. However, Jermaine never addressed Katt's comments or threatened to sue him like he threatened that random fan on Instagram. On the other hand, most people thought Katt was high on something when this was filmed, and no one really took him seriously, so maybe Jermaine thought it wasn't even worth addressing. But then the story took another turn when Bow Wow, who was also mentored by Jermaine starting at age 11, added more fuel to these rumors in 2018 when he tweeted this: "Yo, Jermaine Dupri, if you don't answer my call, I'm going to tell the world that you and blank space." So in light of these new claims about Diddy allegedly trafficking his artists, fans are starting to look sideways at all these powerful and influential industry figures. In case you missed it, Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal recently spilled that he witnessed Diddy saying he wanted to get Danity Kane members hooked on drugs and pimp them out.
He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, "Yo, I'ma drug their ass off and pick them out and pimp them out to my nigga." He said, "I'ma drug them out. I'ma get them all on drugs, and I'ma pimp their ass out to my nigga." I was like,
Oh, Chris.
them somebody kids.
And then, of course, Cassie dedicated a significant portion of her lawsuit against Diddy to S trafficking, alleging that Diddy forced her into encounters with male S workers, which he probably directed and reported. Fans are now speculating that even if Jermaine himself didn't do anything to Criss Cross boys, he might have exposed them to things they shouldn't have been exposed to at that age, kind of like what happened to Usher and Puffy Flavor Camp. And then there's also the fact that some industry sources claim that Jada Pinkett Smith took advantage of Chris Kelly when Chris was either 14 or 15. These allegations came from rapper Daz Dillinger, who worked closely with Tupac and produced his album, All Eyes on Me. In a 2021 interview, Daz claimed that Jada had an entanglement with Chris Kelly back in 1993.
Jada Pinkett was entangling. She was entangling with Chris Kelly on motherfucking Criss Cross, because Criss Cross was in the room and he was like, "Jada Pinkett is at the door, but don't leave.
Oh.
Take this weed. Chill." We like, damn, that mother gave us an ounce of weed. We're gonna kick it right here. Then he came back in and said, "Yeah, that was Jada Pinkett." I'm like, damn, that's Jada Pinkett at a young age.
Also, we can't forget that Jaguar Wright said she heard that many young men ran away screaming from Jada and Will's house in their mentorship.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray,
A Jaguar don't give up.
left that house screaming.
Fans are now saying that even if Jermaine didn't touch Criss Cross, he should have protected them from all the evil in the industry, especially since he claimed Kris was like a son to him. One fan said, if Jermaine knew, why didn't he say something? Jermaine should be charged with a crime, and his parents knew too. Zero sympathy. As for parallels between Diddy and Jermaine, someone commented on the Katt Williams freestyle video, he ain't lie about Puff and Jermaine Dupri, and then another fan added, we used to wake up and wrestle in bed together, Diddy. But how do you feel about these allegations against Jermaine and Diddy? Do you think something traumatic happened to Kris Kelly as a child star? Comment down below and then check out this next video.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Man, bro, like, I didn't see this with Jermaine, bro. Puffy, yeah. Jermaine, nah, I didn't see it with Jermaine and Criss Cross. But it's all Hollywood. Ain't no Puffy, Jermaine, the rest of the Hollywood celebrities, they all probably got like a little circle. And they say the birds of a feather flock together, so I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe that was a thing back in them days, or Puffy, he just a habitual offender. He couldn't get enough, bro. He just like to traumatize people, bro. Now, Jermaine and Criss Cross. Then, in the video, do y'all hear in the video, bro, when Daz Dillinger from the Dog Pound said that Jada Pinkett Smith was messing around with Chris Kelly, one of the members of the Criss Cross group. At a young age, Dad said he came to the room, Lord knows how old he was at that time, but he told Dad to take the weed with him. And she stayed for a little while, then she left, and he came out, and he said that was Jada in there, or whatever, but that's crazy. That is crazy. This shit been going on for so long in Hollywood. And it's like, it's more of little kids than anything to me, bro. It's sickening. This is downright sickening, bro. When God come back, bro, like in the Bible, it said every knee shall bow, even the trees gonna bow. I'm pretty sure God got to be getting fed up, especially with these Hollywood people, bro. I could imagine the whole world, but Hollywood is pissing God off, I believe. It really is.